They were making an argument that they wish that Black Lives Matter to Black people, and I disagree with the entire statement. Black lives absolutely matter to Black people. We see mothers in the streets and on TV crying for the lives of their loved ones, and we see them on the streets protesting and begging for the lives of their children, setting up uh, altars and things like that for their lost loved ones. So they definitely matter to Black people. But the issue is, if a gang member was to kill me or my loved one, that gang member never made an obligation, doesn't have any obligation towards me or to my loved one. They have their own moral compass, and while I don't agree with what they did, they never made the same promise as someone in law enforcement. As an officer, you're supposed to protect and serve. If you decide that you're going to go against what you're supposed to do, that go against the oath that you made, at that point, you need to turn in your badge as well as yourself if you commit any of the atrocities that we've seen. Uh, to attack someone or to kill someone at that, in the instance where we just had just now, where he was laying on where he was kneeling on the neck of George Floyd for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. That was not within standard protocol. He was sitting there screaming that he couldn't breathe, and he was gasping for breath and calling for his mother. At that point, you are no longer doing your job. Lethal force is not supposed to be the first course of action for you. You're supposed to, do everything in your power to prevent somebody from dying. If you're going to make an arrest, you're supposed to arrest them. But to do something because it was easier for you to do it, that's harrowing and disgusting, to say the least. It doesn't make any sense that people want to sit there and say that Black people don't care about Black lives. We do. We care about our own community and things like that. You do have people who don't necessarily care. They have their own agendas, but as a police officer, you're not allowed to have a bias. You're not allowed to be able to decide who you will and won't protect, at which point you don't deserve to be an officer.